Here's a downfall that I have, and you might have it too if this is coming up on your For You page. I assume that when I go into relationships or when I meet people that they are, I don't want to say at the same level as me, but that they're doing and thinking and operating in a similar way that I do. And this realization hit me this morning because I was listening to a Call Her Daddy episode and she was interviewing Jay Shetty. And the whole thing, they're just talking about relationships, friendships, romantic relationships, and how much time you have to spend with someone for them to actually be considered a friend, and how you shouldn't go into relationships with that immediate trust, and how do you build the trust. But you don't want to trust, you don't want to like push and test the person, like very healthy things on how to have and maintain relationships. And I'm taking all this in, and as I take it in, I self-reflect and I apply it to myself, and I apply it to the relationships that I'm in, and I'm constantly doing that. And then when I go into relationships and when I meet people, I assume that they're coming with their own information, their own therapy, their own podcasts and things that they've listened to, and then you kind of meet wherever that is. And I think sometimes that's where I have issues, because then you hit this like, and it's like, oh, you don't have those tools, or you're not even trying to incorporate them into your life. But it's just like an everyday occurrence for me. So if I'm learning about all these things and I go into relationships, I'm not one to talk about it a lot, because I'm like, oh, I know this, you know this. It's just like a mutual understanding. And I'm realizing it's not. That mutual understanding is not. And it takes some time sometimes to figure that out. But do other people do that? Like, do normal, I don't want to say normal people, do most people? And is this equal to men and women? Or are women more inclined to do these things over men? Because I mean, that's how it's seeming in my experience. And I think if anything, men could use it even more. And that's not a dig at men. That's an acknowledgement of men. Like, you have feelings and things that you deserve to have like resolved and looked at. We all do. I just don't know if we're all doing it, and I thought we were.